Hey friends, Sarah K. Grace, psychic paramedic turned holistic first responder, here to share another amazing client case from my medical intuitive and psychic surgery practice that I've had for a long, long time. We are, of course, changing names and specifics to protect identity, and the client case is real. All right, so today we're going to talk about undiagnosed empath, somebody who doesn't know that she's sensitive. Jessica. Jessica is 20 years old. Jessica's family recommended that she come to see me because she just could not seem to regulate in life. Always overwhelmed, always overstimulated, super emotional, couldn't regulate her emotions, couldn't control her emotions. When she couldn't control her emotions, she would go through these huge releases and then her whole body would get super depleted. She felt really like she felt like a weirdo. She felt like something was really, really wrong with her and she didn't know what was going on. So when I meet her, she looks like kind of an average 20-year-old. She's got her jeans, her t-shirt, her hair is pulled back, a little bit goth edge. Go girl. Got a little bit of little spunk there. But she was just really like, man, I'm tired. Like, I don't understand this world. I don't feel like I fit in here. I don't feel like I can talk to other humans. They seem so like shallow and dumb to me, and I can just feel all their feelings and feel what they're thinking, and I know that they're just like being shady. And she was just like, I don't know how to deal with this. Like, I don't know what this is, and I don't know like if I really want to be here. And she wasn't depressed, she wasn't suicidal, she was just kind of like, yeah, I don't feel like I fit here, you know? So, first, just talking to her and validating, she had just graduated. I think she was taking some time, well, she wasn't sure about college. So, she was taking some time, just kind of working a job, doing a little bit of traveling, but unsure, unsure of how to be in the world. So, when I asked her, I'm like, "Hey, and do you know what an empath is?" And she's like, "Oh, I kind of heard of it." I was like, "Well, do you feel other people's feelings?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, do you absorb it like a sponge?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Did you know that that's a thing called empath?" She's like, "No." And I was like, "Yeah, welcome." Right. So, explaining there's 20+% of the population is energetically sensitive and has high sense perception, right? It's over 1.6 billion of us. We're not weirdos. Our nervous systems are just more attuned to the subtle energies that create this everyday reality, and we can see through people's like superficial facades, right? We can sense things more deeply, and it's a part of our innate wiring in nature. Her little eyes are like, "What? What are you talking about?" And it's like, "Yeah, girl, it's not just empath. There's all of these other abilities too, in the way of sometimes you can see stuff or hear stuff or feel stuff, or you see spirits or dead people, or there's all of these different things." And so, again, just the understanding that there is nothing wrong with her, that she's not mentally ill, that she's not crazy, and that she's not weird, and that there's like a whole bunch of us out here. It really, like, she sat up straight, she kind of cleared her throat, was kind of like paying attention, and it was really adorable to see. So in doing the energy work portion, her solar plexus was heavily affected, as are many people who are energetically sensitive and don't know that they are, because the solar plexus is one of the hot spots, one of the primary hot spots for where the different layers of the energy fields lodge into the physical body. Okay. And so she actually had kind of like upset stomach a lot, and she had burning sensation, not acid reflux, no ulcers, none of that kind of stuff, but it was really just kind of that tight. She always had like balls and nuts feeling in her stomach, right? She could never just like settle in. And so in doing the energy work, there was probably about 6 inches of like a kind of a gray, almost like an ozone type energy over the somatic and the physical body, just from like day to day exertion and exhaustion. Step one is to clear that. It's very easy to just release that. And as we release any dense energy on the lower layers of the auric field, it just opens up the perfusion capability through the meridians, through the cellular tissue, through the chakra channels, and it's like being bolused with life force. Okay, so that's step one. And then going down into her little tummy, It's like there was all these tears in her auric field. And there was like this one cord that came in as a result of a past boyfriend that she had really deeply courted with, but then it didn't work out and she was trying to figure out how to like get away or break it off, and she just kept feeling him so strongly. So it was like really deeply rooted and corded into her solar plexus. When we're sensitive and we don't know what we're doing, we're just like taking on everybody's crap, man. And other people are projecting their stuff, or they sense that they're like, oh, I need some juice. I need some energy. Let me just kind of pull in from you, right? You look good. I'm just going to hook into you and start siphoning it out. And if we don't know that we're sensitive, which she didn't, we just start to bleed out, right? So in the auric, or in the psychic surgery with this beautiful girl, we removed the first layer of the gauzy energy, which was just the fatigue from the cells. Step two is to get a handle on this gigantic cord. She wasn't entirely sure. It didn't feel karmically as though the relationship had fully run its course. When we do cord cutting, it's one thing if the person is fully complete with that contract cycle, but if the contract cycle is not complete, we can clamp the cord, or we can pull the cord, and it'll just reattach, because the second you go back and engage with the person, of course, it's just going to go right back in. So for her, what we were doing was, it was more like a clamping. And clamping the cord, to me, it looks like putting a barrette on there, I swear. And what that does is it's going to allow, number one, he's not going to be able to just siphon. And it's not like he's a bad person. This is a subconscious thing. It's a higher contract agreement in terms of the energetic awareness. But by clamping it, he's not going to be able to just pull, and her system is going to be able to hold her own energy. So she's going to get a second. She's going to get like a timeout to start to feel what her system feels like on its own. Okay. So that was step two, psychic surgery. Step three is taking care of all the little micro tears through the auric field. And that's really just like, as a sensitive in this world, it's abrasive, it's aggressive, it's loud. Oh my God. And there's so much stimulus, right? And so it's almost, for us, it's almost like having your finger in an outlet where we're just like constantly being zapped. Well, it's up to us as the sensitives to learn how to thrive in this environment, which we can. We just got to understand that we are sensitives and know what to do about it. So, cooling her system down, taking care of all of the micro tears surgically, grounding the energy, clearing the field, blowing out the lines meridian wise just to get everything perfusing, clamping the cord, pulling her energy back in. And her whole soul essence, just like, it was so beautiful because her soul essence was like a light bright, there was just all of these like really bright kind of neon colors and kind of like Willy Wonka stuff, like shapes and symbols, and just creative. She was very creative, but she had just kind of been insecure and uncertain. So after the energy session, she was like, man, that that was weird. Like, I could feel you. And she was a distance session, so we were not in proximity, but she could still feel me like rooting around in her belly energetically. So in the surgery portion, she felt it. She felt the reset. She felt the energy come back to her. And the most important thing for her was the understanding again that she's not weird, and that being sensitive is actually a gift, and she's got community. So I pointed her in directions. There's all kinds of amazing books out there regarding being an empath. Of course, what I got going with my community in Grace Place, she's welcome to come over to that. There's all kinds of ways that she can use her skill set. And so it was like night and day. She looked like, for the first time ever, somebody really got her, like really, really understood, like, oh yeah, you're not weird. You may feel like you're from another planet, but you're actually really gifted. And this is how you do it. And it was just incredible to witness. So it's such a wonderful session. And she has gone forward into her life. She's moving into, I think she went to do some more traveling before she's going to lean into career in advertising and graphics, using her creative gifts, right? All right, guys, let me know if this resonates. Mwah! Lots of love.